Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit officially released his recommendations Thursday to indict Prime Minister Netanyahu pending a hearing in all three investigations against him, cases 1000, 2000, and 4000. And the Prime Minister wasted no time in responding. Case 1000 involves suspicions of breach of trust and graft related to accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars in gifts in exchange for favors. Case 2000 details charges of bribery and a quid pro quo agreement between Netanyahu and the Yediot Achronot newspaper publisher Arnon Noni Moses. And finally, Case 4000, seen as the most serious, which involves advancing regulations beneficial to Bezeq Telecom owner Shaul Elevich in exchange for positive news coverage on Elevich's news site Walla. While taking to the podium in Jerusalem, Netanyahu again attacked the entire set of allegations as a farce, calling the cases Fake 1000, Fake 2000, and Fake 4000, and saying this is a very serious blow to democracy. And for the first time in history of the state, indictments are announced just a few weeks, days before the elections, adding, quote, "Every citizen knows that this is scandalous, and that this is meant to remove the right-wing government and prop up a left-wing government. There's no other explanation for the hurry and the insistence to make the decision," end quote. Now, with respect to damaging democracy, indeed legal expert Alan Dershowitz agrees, as he wrote recently in an open letter that Netanyahu cited. Further, both they and many others agree that the mere mention of indictments will sway voters, regardless of the outcome of the hearing, which doesn't even start until after the elections and could take a year or longer to complete. And though the Prime Minister complimented the voters, saying most won't be affected, he lamented that it's enough that even a few will be. Then, aside from comparing his situation to that of several other high-profile cases that ended in nothing, he blasted the hypocrisy in the system that focuses on him while ignoring other more blatant incidents. Quote, "Can someone explain to me, if favorable coverage is a bribe, how is it that Yair Lapid isn't even being investigated when he met tens of times with Noni Moses, the owner of Yediot Achronot, then his faction, Yesh Atid, advanced Noni's law, and then in return he received a flood of coverage from Yediot Achronot? So I want you to understand what I'm asking. How is it that I, who stopped this law, am being made to stand in front of the courts, while he is not even investigated? The world is upside down," end quote. And finally, in yet another jab, he repeated that this house of cards will collapse. I'm sure of this 4,000%. After which he finished up with a call to action not to be swayed by the efforts of the left and to support his continued leadership with the Likud.